Hi friends, hope you're doing well again with another interesting video. And somebody wanted me to make a video on the flight, like how it is possible to keep the airplane so high in the sky and what is the principle behind it. I have made this video quite a simplified one so everybody could understand the reason how this airplane is kept on the sky so high. Let's start the video. So it is quite a bit interesting that how these interesting machines takes flight. Before that, we should understand the forces acting on the flying aircraft, the flying aeroplane. There are the four major forces which are really responsible to keep the aircraft so high on the sky. So these forces are two are the natural one and two are the generated one or the official one. So first I explain the natural forces. These two forces are called the air resistance and the weight of the aircraft. The two generated one are the pulling force because of the engines on the airplane. This is called the thrust, and the lifting force because of the aerodynamics. I'll explain it later. It is called the lift, which is really responsible for the keeping the airplane on the sky. As you know, this airplane is an engineering marvel, and the heaviest and the loudest part on the aircraft is its engines. And these engines are quite a much responsible for creating this pulling force called the thrust. But sometimes, from the roar of the engines, it seems to be that it's doing all the work to keep the flight possible. But still, there is another physics which is responsible creating this upward force. It's called the aerodynamics, the fluid mechanics. I'll explain it in a quite a simpler way. This upward holding force is called the lift, and lift is generated, and there comes the role of the wings. To understand the lift, you should understand the cross section or the cut section of the wing, the curve of the wing. To understand this lift, you should understand the design of the wing. I'll explain it very simplified way. The wing is so manufactured, wing is so designed that in the upper side, it's a little dome on the offside, and on the bottom side it's a complete straight edge. So when the air is moving on the top side, the air molecules or the air particles, when it moves on the top side, it has to travel a longer distance than the straight edge because of its shape of the wing. So the engines are pulling the airplane and the air atmosphere and the air capsule. So the air is continuously diverse on the front side of the wing. It has to pass a longer distance on the top side because of the domy shape on the top side than the straight edge at the bottom side because of it's a straight line or the straight edge, and they again converge at the end point or the rearest part of the wing surface. So you should understand the principle behind it. And there comes a simple physics. It's called the fluid dynamics. What it says, whenever there is an increase in the velocity, increase in the speed, there is a drop in the static pressure. Static pressure is the pressure at the localized point. So here the localized point is the wing surface and the upper part of the wing. Because of the curve of the wing, the air speed on the top part of the wing is increasing or the rising than the bottom side of the wing because it's a straight edge. So because of that, there is a pressure difference created on the wing surface on the upper and the lower side. And the upper side pressure is less than the bottom side of the pressure. And the resulting force in the upward lift. It is called the lift on the airplane. This is the force quite a much responsible for keeping the aircraft on the sky so high. So this is how the aircraft takes the flight. Hope you like this video. I have explained the principles of flight in a very simplified way. And next time when you visit to the airport, just have a think over it and appreciate the interesting physics behind. And that is it for today. Have some nice time and bye bye.